Hey Steve?
Yeah, Donatello?
You ever wonder how we're able to talk? Yet most of us don't have any way to pose our mouth.
Arnez has got 30 seconds.
Sorry about that, Steve. The traffic and everything, and then that Call of Duty match just took forever. I'm coming. Here I go. There I am.
Sorry I'm late, Steve. You know, the traffic out there is just insane. So many people. I couldn't get here. It's just way too many cars out there.
You know, wise man said forgiveness is divine, but never let a late man do a review on one of my action figures. Hey, just welcome to Super Important Reviews. My name's Steve. Arnez can't be here today, sadly, so today I will be going over by myself the NECA large-scale Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Donatello. This is from the 1990 movie, which is my all-time favorite movie. Yes, beats any Godzilla movie, beats Alien movie. I cannot get enough of that film. It's just one of those films that I am always down for watching. Like, for me, it is the perfect comic book movie that's ever been put out. But I've had this figure since right after Christmas. Haven't gotten around doing a review yet just because of all the other Godzilla stuff I got in. Those usually have a little bit more priority on this channel. But this is one of those figures of last year that I could not wait for them to put out. NECA just kept pushing it and pushing it. And finally, they released it, and I'm really glad it's here. Can't wait for Raphael and the rest of the clan to be coming out as well. Possibly a Shredder. I know they teased that before, and I really, really hope they make a Shredder. With this glitter outfit and removable helmet, please. Or at least swappable head. That'll work too. But anyways, without further ado, first packaging. Pretty much straight ripped from the original poster when the movie came out. We have the turtles on the bottom popping out of a sewer. You have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles logo, Nickelodeon. For the sides of the packaging, you just get more images, very reminiscent of the old VHS cassette. We have more pictures of Donatello on the side with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles logo. For the top of the packaging, more of the same. Back of the packaging just shows Donatello some of his accessories and some dynamic poses, and with him in some scenes from the film. And again, very reminiscent of the back of the VHSs where you have the brothers on the bottom section here, and with the cute little homage to the... Oh god, I wish I still had the VHSs, but I clearly remember this being on the back of there for the company. Why don't you guys let me know in the comment section below? I would highly appreciate it. And on the bottom, some legal mumbo jumbo. So let's get Donatello. Well, actually he's been opened up out of his cardboard prison. Let me just go get him off the shelf. Alright, so now that we have Donatello opened up out of his cardboard prison, first we're going to go over his accessories, starting with a slice of pizza, which has some, what appears to be olives, maybe some sausage, some peppers, just normal crust, some mozzarella cheese. You got some tomato sauce sticking out on the side. On the bottom, just some breading texturing. Overall, it looks good. Not good enough to eat. But then again, if you guys remember seeing the pizza in the film, didn't look really that appetizing either. But still cool that Donatello comes with it because it is a very Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles thing for them to have. He comes with a canister TCRI ooze, which actually looks really nice. I love the metallic silver on it with the yellow and black hazard, radioactive symbol on the, I guess the top section you got. Radioactive materials, CG2. You got a crack on the side of the canister, and on the undersection it shows the TCRI with warning hazardous material, with more radioactive symbols on the side here too with the same radioactive material. Overall, really nice piece to complement the figure. Not quite accurate for the original movie though, because the only time I can fully remember it being in that movie is it actually being cracked, like broken in half. This one is not broken in half, but still cool nonetheless. To be honest, this kind of feels more like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 kind of thing. And he also comes with a left hand for holding his pizza. And he comes with a gripping hand so that he can hold on to his TCRI canister. I'll just show you guys what the hand looks like without the canister on the inside. Sculpting is very nice. Overall, can't really do a whole lot with it other than just mainly using for cupping stuff. That or possibly just use the backhands of Foot Clan members. Pair of thumb up fingers for his right and left hand. And he comes with a open karate chop hand, which you can use for openly palming the bow staff or possibly waving, showing directions, whatever you really need it to be. And he comes with a pair of gripping hands, which are primarily going to be used for his bow staff, which looks freaking sweet. I love the wood texturing that they have on the staff here to give it that very nice wood appearance with some standard brown with some dark brown splattered here and there to kind of give it a little bit more depth, and some dark brown here for the wrappings for the grip of the staff here as well. Looks nice, very fitting for our Donatello. So when attaching your staff on the Donatello, what I like to do is just slide each section into the hands. I noticed on mine, this one's a little bit easier to slide, and the staff is not quite bendable, so you kind of gotta bend the arms in order to get that to slide. No, it doesn't want to do it. Come on. There. Jeez. You can also bend the fingers here a little bit to get them to slide in and out. But I personally don't like really doing that because it causes stress on the plastic here, so I don't want to end up damaging it. So personally for me, I just like to slide them on. You can also, but it's a little more time consuming, pop the hand off, slide it on, pop the hand back off would probably be the easiest thing, but then again, you also have to worry about the joint here as well. And you can also store it on his back, which is probably the most pain in the butt thing on this entire figure, because you just slide it into the ribbons here, which right now seems like it's working fine, but from what I've noticed, and it happened to me in our little unboxing we did over on the Geek Chest, and you can kind of see it doing it now, is any kind of movement for the staff is going to start loosening these little ribbons. Which, I understand why the ribbons here. It's more accurate for the film because he had like leather ties keeping the bow staff in. I kind of wish they just would have went with the same kind of soft plastic that they used to keep this in. Made it more a la reminiscent of like the old Playmates turtles. Because these like to loosen a lot. So it's just really easy for the staff to fall out. And I just... like even like how shiny the ribbons are, it just doesn't really match very well with what's going on the leather straps here personally. So I appreciate the attempt at what they did for making it more movie accurate, but in terms of being a figure, not the most practical thing. Or maybe something with a little bit more grip so that these little straps don't loosen as easily. And just in case your guys this pops up, what this is just a little knot around the one ribbon and the other part side is just sliding through the knot. So it makes this little sliding gimmick for you. So if it unties, just make a knot for the one, but no, don't fully secure it, and then just push the other ribbon through it and then tighten it, and then that'll let you do what it was supposed to be originally for the figure. For a closer look at Donatello's details, head sculpt is phenomenal. I love the band going around the back here, and the little added touch that this is actually made out of fabric. My only concern is that if this gets dirty over time, it's going to be a pain in the butt to clean. And if this unravels, I can imagine that being a nightmare. But for the most part, though, it's a cool little touch, though, for the figure, though. So I'll allow it because I actually personally really enjoy it, but there can be some problems eventually with the figure here. But I do like his little grimace here on the front with this more extended beak, which is pretty accurate for Donatello from the film. His eyes actually look really nice, so it's kind of hard to see with my lighting here. I'll try to shift it a bit for you guys. But the pupils look really good, don't really look crooked. Very nice for this figure. Possibly that is the thing on this figure that isn't quite accurate from the film, because I remember there being a lot more color in the eyes for Donatello. But still, really cool though for this figure. Even got some added detail here around the sides of the lips. And same with the frowning of the brow here. What I love too is they got the spots down very nicely on Donatello, which is something that the Playmates figure had literally zero of. So it's really cool to see this on Donatello. You can even see it on his shoulders here too, with some nice muscle definition. You also have his elbow pads, looks very nice. I love the very worn out details on it. Definitely can tell that they've been used, or possibly they got them used anyways. Got a little leather band going around his wrist, which actually is tied in on the bottom section. Not actually tied in, but just the molded details kind of make it look like it really nice. Fingers look really awesome. Got some dirt going around the sides of his nails too. So you can tell Donatello doesn't take too many baths. He's a filthy boy. Because I even love how they have like the vein here for some added muscle definition, just to show how jacked Donatello is. And it's just little subtle details like that just really helps to make this figure stand out. Moving down to his shell, looks awesome as well, where you have a lot of varying wear detail on the front of his shell. Really helps to give him that more animalistic appearance, where it's a very off yellow on the tinge of orange, with some dark gray undertones to really help to add to the realism on the figure. You can especially see it on the side of the shell here. And on the back, it's just a very glossy brown with some dark brown undertones. And you can see back here is the leather strap to help hold in Donnie's bow staff with some added little wrappings right there. You can see some of the little studs for the top section here. And on the front section here too, where it's all coming tied together. The only thing is I'm not a big fan of this random little wear spots in some of these sections. I don't really quite understand it being right here. If anything, you think it would have that wear on the back here for where Donatello's sliding his bow staff in and out. You imagine the leather here would be wearing a bit. Moving down to his legs, even more muscle definition with some added veins on the sides here. Really just helps to add to that realism. Just makes him even feel more like the old Jim Henson suit. With some more spotting around his legs. Even on the back, you get some more added detailing here, especially with the calf muscle and some more veins showing up there as well. Knee pads look really good too, just like on the elbow ones where you have a lot of wear. And for his feet with his two toes, which has more of that dirt kind of sitting around the nails here, and some more added definition to really give it that suit actor feel. Also really like this folding skin on the back here too, on the undersection of the shell where it's kind of hooking the shell to the back of the turtle. It's really odd looking, but it's pretty accurate for the movie, so it's really cool to see it on the figure. And then for his articulation, his head can look up about that far, down about that far, so from the side view. Can also rotate side to side. A little stiff though, but does actually have a decent amount of play to it, a little bit of a wiggle as well. For his shoulders, can go it's a little stiff. Up about that far, down about that far. I have to really work that one in. But this one you can see it a little bit better. Can rotate all the way around. Has a decent bend here at the elbow. Nothing too crazy though. Kind of appears like you'd have a double joint here, but it's really all the bend I'm getting out of there. It does have a rotation here at the elbow though. There's a rotation at the hand, can go all the way around. Can also swivel back and forth. For his waist, he can swivel a little bit side to side, but mine it's really loose, so he doesn't really hold the pose that well. Also no rotation at the waist, but one thing I forgot to mention is here at the shell, it's actually its own separate piece going around the turtle. So for the most part, all your articulation is still going to be the same on the inside of it. So this kind of shifts around in order to move with some of the articulated joints. For his legs, can go outwards about that far. They are ratchet joints, so it actually hold their pose very well. Inwards about that far. Has a little bit of a forward kick, but you can kind of work it the more you articulate the joint. Can go backwards about that far. He has a rotation here at the top portion of the thigh. Has a bend here at the knee, which is pretty solid. Little rotation here at the knee. Also can rotate here at the feet all the way around. And not a whole lot of wiggle side to side though, but they can move a little bit forward and back. And for some quick comparisons here, we have Donatello compared next to some Playmates Classic Collection Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle action figures with Donatello and Raphael. And here is next to some more Classic Collection Playmates figures with the cartoon-inspired Donatello and Leonardo still in the packaging. And here is next to the NECA 18-inch tall Gypsy Danger from Pacific Rim. And Donatello is just slightly underneath the size of Gypsy Danger. Donatello only stands about 16.5 inches, so he is a little bit smaller than the 18-inch versions of most of the standard action figures. And here is with some other NECA action figures with the Deluxe Series Kenner-inspired Clan Leader Predator and the large Queen Alien. So over the NECA 16.5-inch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Donatello, this figure is fan-freaking-tastic. I love the details on him, look very accurate for what we see in the film. The articulation on him is very serviceable and actually pretty surprising for a large action figure. And it balances very well by itself too, which is something that I haven't seen too much come out of these NECA figures. Because for pretty much all my other ones, they require some kind of standing or support in order to be able to stand upright, while Donatello will easily stand on my shelf. For his accessories are very nice for this figure. Overall, definitely increase the value of Donatello here, but some of them aren't quite movie accurate, so I'm not really complaining too much because I do like some extra stuff. Maybe it'd be nice to see a cracked TCRI canister, and maybe a little Donatello before he became what we know him as of today, to be crawling around the goose. So if you collect all the turtles, you have like your own little diorama set piece. That would have been actually really sweet. And even with a couple of little problems I have, like with the ribbon on the back strap and some little paint blemishes here and there, I'm still gonna say he's probably the best figure I've ever bought out of the NECA line, period. Better than Godzilla 1954, better than the Queen, better than the AVP Predators. This guy is awesome. And personally for me, it is easily the best Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figure I have in my collection. And you guys, if you're a big fan of the original film and just Turtles in general, then don't hesitate to pick up the tech-savvy member of the Turtle Clan. But what do you guys think? Have you guys picked up the NECA Donatello? What's your favorite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle action figure? Or is Street Sharks just more your thing? Please let us know in the comments. Look, closer pictures of this guy on our website if you want to click the link in the description below. We also would have this review out in advance on the website, so if you guys haven't been checking that out periodically, definitely go do that to keep up to date with the channel. We also have our Patreon account if you guys want to help support the channel, also down in the description below. And help us defeat those kaijus by hitting that like button, subscribe, become a ranger today, and see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!